2025 was that year for me. Honestly, I don't know how to go about this. Honestly, I've I've not had the best years so far, but this year, but it was just, I don't know if I should call it the worst, or it was just preparing me for what I have to face ahead. I usually pray to leave my parents' house when I was much younger. I usually pray that one day I get to leave my parents' house. So after my NYSC, I saved up money and then I moved. I moved to, because I stay in Anambra, I moved to Oka with the hopes that I will get jobs, or where I can get jobs and do job, or probably learn a skill. That was my initial plan. Learning a skill was my initial plan actually, but it didn't go as I planned it, because even the people I thought that would support me, I got all the disappointments that I needed. I got all the disappointments that I needed. I was going to go and do all sort of manner of nonsense that they said I was going to go and do there. Meanwhile, me, I was looking for a better life for myself. I just wanted to work and earn a living and probably change my environment. Even though I don't know, this 2025 is just a year of roller coaster for me. It's not my best year, but I have learned a lot from it so far. And I also thank God for providing for me this year, because honestly, I didn't know how I provide for myself. Because when I moved, I only had 10,000 naira in my account. Honestly, I only had 10,000 naira in my account that I used to pay for bus that would carry my load to come. Yes, I didn't know how I'm going to feed or transport myself even if I'm going to work. I was hoping anyway that maybe the people I talk to, they'll come around and maybe support me anyways. But I did not carry any food stuff from house, because there was none actually. No food stuff, no money. I just came here empty handed. And let me tell you, even me that likes to save money, I did not even save a dime this year. And still yet, I was able to solve my problems. I was able to feed. I was able to go to work. I didn't know how all that happened, honestly. And I was even able to pay my rent, because I did one job. I did one job at the supermarket. It was too much for me. It was too much, and the amount of transport I was with. Honest, I didn't even know how I managed that job. I did that job for 3 months. I was going to work every day. Like, the transportation was crazy. It was like spending 1,000 naira every day to go to work with 70k salary. Um, and they had the policy of no tips, so you cannot, even if customer dash you tips, like, you cannot collect it. Okay, I get a day off. So let's assume I do 6,000 naira a week for transportation. Just calculate for a month and you know how much that is. It was 60k. I was just hoping like I would get tips from customers, and that's how I could support my transportation. So even with the no tips policy, I still carry tips on top. Even when I started that job, they had this loyalty. They were doing customer loyalty something. So if you're a customer, you go to register with your number, and when you purchase, you get 1% of the purchase of any amount that you purchase. So people that did not register, and if they buy and thank God I had a friend that registered if I moved, and she was a registered member in that loyalty store. So anytime a customer will come and they'll say they are not registered, I will just quickly input her number, and that's how I get the loyalty. That was how I was able to switch. It was not funny, but that was how I was able to feed myself. and I did that for like, I almost got caught. I did for one of my colleagues, I did for myself, I also did for one other person. So I almost got caught, but then I left there after 3 months, and then I got another job in a hotel that was supposed to pay 70k, and this one was actually closer to me. I get to just spend 200 naira, let's just say 400 naira every day to go and come back. After a week, I was fired just because I did not answer the chairman's call. The phone was not even close to me. Just because I didn't answer a phone call, I was fired from that job just after a week. And before I was fired from that job, I got another interview from a job I applied for. Okay, this was happening around June. This was happening around July, yes. Then before I got fired from that job, I before I got fired from that job, I got an interview from one job I applied for since January. So I declined that job because I already got another one, because it's actually just the same salary and also the same transportation, because that one is actually very close to me. And I just lost that job after 1 week. Honestly, I thought I was cursed. I was very, very depressed. I had anxiety. I was thinking that time I don't have my rent. Yes, I was thinking, because my hope was all of that job I could work and able to save up for my rent. I didn't have money for my rent at that point. So I cried. I was depressed. I was having anxiety. I could not sleep. I could not eat. Sometimes I had to force myself to eat. Oh, my friends and my sisters, they are consoling because I have to complain to them. They are just consoling me. Things will get better because they don't understand. Things will get better. I have bills to pay. I have to feed myself. How am I going to achieve that? As I was going through all that, even the person I called my boyfriend, it was not helpful. He was not helpful at anywhere. I complained. It was like nobody was understanding where I'm coming from. Honestly, this is just the beginning of my journey. I was not like, I was asking myself, is this how I am going to live? But unfortunately, just one day something happened. I didn't know that my dad, they were like running around to collect my late mom's pension. Should I call it pension? Something like that. The money they're supposed to collect. So on this fateful day, I just went home and I was complaining. My sister was telling me, "Ah, she calm down," and just like that, my dad received that money for my mom's late mom, my mom that died 8 years ago. Her money, her pension money, I don't know if it's pension or, but her money was paid to my dad. So from there, I was able to get food stuff for myself. Also keep some part of my rent. I said, God, is this how wonderful you are? You not still have the crisis, or at least part of my rent, and also still applying for jobs. But it was looking like my applications were invisible because I don't really know. I was applying, and I was not getting any calls. Is this how the scarcity of job is? Anyway, I'm not giving up. I'm still going to still apply even if it's next year. Over here, we do not give up. I'm still going to try my luck next year. Next year, I'm still going to try my luck with 2026, and I am hoping that 2026 is going to be a better year, much better than 2025. Honestly, because what I went through in 2025, I did not want to experience that in 2026. Unless someone is going to just give me free money and tell me to stay at home. Honestly, I would gladly stay at home. But me, me that nearly died, I almost died. Honestly, I nearly died in 2025. It was just God that saved me. Honestly. Because I remember when I told my sister I wanted to visit a psychiatric hospital, and she was asking me whether I have tried smoking in It was not funny then, but now it's just funny. But then it was not funny to me, honestly. I just thank God for how far I have come in 2025 and everything I've experienced. And I'm just hoping that 2026 is just going to be a better year for me, with no, not the depression, not the anxiety and everything. It's just going to be smooth, and I get my answered prayers, and I also get to upgrade myself because I'm working on myself. Upgrade myself, upgrade my skills, and align myself with better positions and jobs, and I'll probably start my own business. I'm not saying that all these things are going to happen in 2026. If it happens, glory be to God, honestly. If it happens all in 2026, glory be to God. But I believe it's going to happen, and with time, everything is going to come together and align. Because I want to be a very successful woman. I want the people coming behind me to know that as a woman, you can be successful. You know, from where I come from, as for whether you are married or not. Thank you guys for listening to my rant, and I hope you stick along. I hope you stick around in this journey with me for my self development and everything I have to show you in this channel. It's not going to be all about self development. We're going to relate it comedy, vibes, fashion, food, and probably travel because I I like to travel. I just don't have the expenses, but I like to. Anytime I have the money to travel, I'm going to include the people in it. So thank you, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and stick around because it's going to be a long ride over here. Thank you for watching, and bye.